kindness is overwhelming, and I'm so grateful.
I hesitate sharing this sort of thing because it sounds like I'm bragging, so I just want to say up front I am not bragging. But as an artist, you often ask yourself, why is it I do this? And, you know, sometimes God will give you a confirmation. And I do believe art is a healing thing, that it can be a ministry. But in my class this last fall, we had an assignment to do. They want to know how to do rain and fog and mist and that sort of thing. So we all had our own photo, and I did one from a photo I took of a farm in Charlevoix. And as I was doing it, there are so many people in my class that are facing, like everywhere we look, people are having hard things happen in their lives, and with their children's health and everything. And while I was doing it, I chose to do clouds with the sun breaking through in the morning and casting this golden glow. And there was a mist on the ground that was illuminated by the sun. So I was sort of creating it. I had the farm picture, but I was creating the atmosphere, which was risky. You know, you never know if it's going to turn out. But week by week, my students were falling in love with my painting. And when it was done, one woman said, when I look at that, I want to cry because it makes me feel so hopeful, which is exactly what I was trying to put into it. And more students were having that reaction to it, to the point that they all wanted to buy it, which was kind of nice, or have a print of it, something. One woman said, I'm hanging my print in my bedroom because I want it to be the first thing I see when I wake up. And it's just confirmation that God does take our gifts, even this kind of a gift, and can use it to minister to other people.
How have you seen God at work around you? One thing that I have seen is tomorrow we honor the life of Martin Luther King Jr. And the designation of that day to me is God at work, and that it reminds us of the work that has been done and needs to be done. I would suggest, as you mark that day in your own way, that perhaps reading one of his writings, perhaps the I Have a Dream speech, or perhaps his letter from the Birmingham jail, written in response to some white clergy that asked him to just kind of back off. I am impressed by the work of the Spirit in King's life, in the life of other civil rights workers who died as they stood against injustice. And I see God's hand all over that. So I give thanks to God for that opportunity tomorrow to remember and to be reminded of our call to work against injustice, because the civil rights movement was a church movement. And we are still called to stand against injustice wherever we see it. And I just thank God for that reminder.